New York Jets at home following a bye that saw them take care of off-season house cleaning a little early. It happens when you hit your bye, losing 7 of your last 8.
Rodgers in trouble, can't take a sack, and he does! And that is how the game will end.
They take on the Seattle Seahawks, back on top in the NFC West.
Looking in that direction, to the goal line, Smith-Njigba touchdown!
Hawks, winners of their last 2, starting to get very defensive, held Arizona to 6 points after holding the 49ers to 17 the week before.
And a gutsy defensive effort from the defensive-minded Mike Macdonald.
New York's offense, Vincent Adultman was good for 18 points per game. Dr. Darkhouse was supposed to light the way for more. Jets' O-face has been very disappointing to say the least.
Test time, pressure coming, he gets rid of it. That is Rucker who drops it.
Now they take on a Seattle secondary that checked Kyler Murray last week, held him to a sub-80 rate, no touchdowns, picked him off, brought their rating allowed for 2024 down to the low 90s at least.
Throws for Wilson, off target to Kobe Bryant, and there goes Kobe Bryant!
They get Aaron Rodgers next. I assume he's playing. Things are messy in Gotham these days. Not sure if he bolted back to Oregon to find the way again. 17 touchdowns against 7 INTs, 222 yards per game so far.
He checks through the middle of the line of scrimmage and finally just leaks out, and then it's just nobody's there.
Pressuring Rodgers, not easy. He's faced very little heat, in part by getting rid of the ball quickly, but he is sackable. He's taken 26 in their 11 games.
Quiddy Pay, the exclamation point for the Colts.
That's a key battle then. Seattle dropped Murray 5 times, and he hadn't been easy to reach prior. Leonard Williams, 2.5 sacks. Boye Mafe, 1.
And right on cue, Boye Mafe has his 5th sack of the season.
Seattle did get dinged pretty good by tight end Trey McBride last week. Jets' passing attack is more receiver-driven. Adding Taco Bell isn't usually good for the diet. Hasn't helped New York's passing attack either. Still, Devontae Adams is playing. With New York, over 5 catches per game, 55 yards per game.
He's making a catch, withstanding some contact, breaking the tackle, and going to pick up an extra 20 yards.
Garrett Wilson, 6 catches a game, 65 per outing, 5 TDs.
Lobs one left, into the end zone for Garrett Wilson. One-handed catch, incredible!
Breece Hall, 36 receiving yards, and on the ground, 57 rushing yards per game, 4.2 a carry, 4 scores.
Breece Hall at the 20, at the 15, at the 10, hunting the pylon! That's a Jet touchdown!
Flip it now. Seattle's offense only mustered 16 points in their win, so under 21 points 4 games in a row. Their passing attack was good enough at least. Geno Smith, 250-plus yards, over 8 yards per attempt.
Smith underneath to Smith-Njigba, and he's got a lot of real estate in front of him.
Only 1 touchdown, got picked off once, and the sacks. 5 taken on 31 pass attempts. They're now 26th for the year in sacks allowed.
Just a straight 4-man rush, and Collier just overmatched.
Jets' pass rush is dangerous, over 3 bags a game. Michael Clemens, 4.5, Quinnen, 6, Will McDonald, the leader guy, with 8.
Levis trying to run, and he is spun down hard at the 36.
Jets' defense has battled, not elite numbers, but they have to swim upstream a lot, holding teams under 23 a game at least.
Levis tripped, he tried to shovel it, that ball is free, and the Jets have it.
Geno taking on a secondary, holding quarterbacks to a really low completion rate, to a sub-90 rating, and not giving up a lot of yards through the air overall.
And Eccles somehow gets his body turned around for the pick.
With the Hawks, it's DK, Lockett, Smith-Njigba. Jackson, the guy leading the way more lately, scored last week, 77 yards, 4 straight games with 69-plus yards.
Looking in that direction, to the goal line, Smith-Njigba touchdown.
Metcalf, 59 yards last week, that many or more in 3 straight.
Geno Smith on the move into a tight window from Metcalf.
Tyler only 20 yards, 19 yards the week before, too. Has to start popping and locking it soon. Kenneth Walker, though, 52 receiving yards last week.
A lot of time, and he's got Walker as a release, and here comes Kenneth Walker.
Walker only 2.6 a run, though, on the ground, 41 yards. He gets a defense holding the running back position under the league average, so they've been generally strong up front.
Taylor up the middle, and he's not going to get there.
How's this for a first hookup? 1977, first ever Jets-Hawks game. These are deep QB cuts, Jets fans. Matt Robinson, Marty Domrez. Yeah, 3 INTs between them that day. Hawks quarterback Jim Zorn, 2 touchdowns. Seattle shuts out New York 17-0.
No second-year team had ever shut out an established NFL club until the Seattle Seahawks.